Hello from the Royal Academy of Arts in London. I'm Tim Marlow, and this is my selection of must-see exhibitions from around the world this November. The selection begins with a landmark exhibition in New York at the Met, centred on the life and work of unquestionably one of the greatest artists who ever lived.
Michelangelo, divine draftsman and designer, will celebrate the genius of Michelangelo Buonarroti, nicknamed Il Divino, or the Divine One by his contemporaries. Remarkably for the period, Michelangelo lived to the grand age of 88, which allowed plenty of time for his mastery of drawing, design, sculpture, painting and architecture. As well as 150 drawings, 3 marble sculptures and Il Divino's earliest painting, the exhibition will show works by other artists including Domenico Ghirlandaio and Daniele da Volterra for comparison and context. The exhibition opens at the Metropolitan Museum in New York on the 13th of November.
Heading south next to Washington DC and a monumental exhibition by one of America's most exciting contemporary artists.
Following a remarkable presentation at the US Pavilion in Venice earlier this year, Mark Bradford brings his striking, elegant anthropological work to the Smithsonian's Herschel Museum and Sculpture Gardens. Pickett's Charge is what's described as a cyclorama of site-specific collaged paintings which reference a work from 1883 by Paul Filippotto depicting the final charge of the Battle of Gettysburg. Commissioned by the museum, Bradford's installation is comprised of 8 works, each more than 45 feet long, encircling the entire 3rd floor. The result is a majestic, abstracted 360-degree panorama that extends nearly 400 linear feet. Mark Bradford, Pickett's Charge, opens on the 8th of November and will run for a year.
Meanwhile, in Australia, Sydney's Museum of Contemporary Art turns its attention to a pioneering Swiss video artist.
Over the last 30 years, Pipilotti Rist has achieved international renown with absorbing video art and multimedia installations. Her immersive large-scale works incorporate video, sculpture and performance, and frequently envelop viewers in vibrantly coloured projections of light and music to create sensual, imaginary worlds. As one of the first generation of artists to grow up with the ubiquity of television, Rist's work references the history of new media, with her early videos presented on monitors and her recent works projected across ceilings, floors and walls. This exhibition follows a recent survey of Rist's work at the New Museum in New York and will be the most comprehensive exhibition of her work ever to be staged in Australia. Pipilotti Rist, Sip My Ocean, opens on the 1st of November.
Finally, here in London, an exhibition just down the road at Tate Britain focusing on French Impressionism.
Impressionists in London, French artists in exile, 1870 to 1904, describes itself as the first large-scale exhibition to chart the stories of the artists who sought refuge here during the Franco-Prussian War. The exhibition will feature over 100 works by Monet, Tissot, Pissarro and others, and there will be an emphasis on the networks they built in Britain and the impact of London on their work. The final and largest section of the exhibition will be dedicated to representations of the Thames and will include 6 of Monet's Houses of Parliament paintings, the largest number of works from the series to be shown together in Europe since 1973. The exhibition opens at Tate Britain in London on the 2nd of November.
So there you have it, my picks for November. I do hope you'll be able to make at least one of them.